Saseni, mkoaje? Pia mimi niko poa. This is Macharia, your teacher for some few units for CPA guys. So for today I'm here because of CPA 4 and also for the ATDs wenye wanafanya audit and assurance. So I hope mnaendelea kufanya revisions. I think exam is next week. So do as many questions as possible. Yeah, go through all your notes, all the resources that you have, you trace them very well, and I know utapass. So for today, hatutaendelea with our notes. Tutaangalia some of the questions that can be asked in the audit paper. So have your notebook, have your pen. Also invite your friend or colleague. Yeah? Usisaidike peke yako. Mkaribisha, umwambie kuna mahali kuna usaidizi. Maybe you never know. Some of the questions zenye tutaangalia hapa utapatana nayo in the exam room. Yeah? So be attentive and let's proceed. I hope you have your notebook and a pen now. And I want us to just look some few questions and we are good to go. So for today we shall start with our question 1. That is on the engagement letter of an auditor. On the engagement letter of an auditor. So my question reads, highlight the contents of an engagement letter sent to a client by an auditor. Highlight contents of an engagement letter sent by an auditor to a client. So I hope you have my notes, kwa sababu nataka tuangalie what we have already learned. So siwezi kuleta maswali zenye sijapeana notes. Yeah? So I hope this one we have covered and you have those notes. So we shall only highlight. So go deep to explain. If you've been told to explain, you've been told to highlight, they are two totally different things. So for our question, it says to highlight. So we shall just highlight the points. And number 1, contents of an engagement letter are 1. The objective of the audit of the financial statements. So what are the objectives of auditing the financial statements? It should be well highlighted and stipulated in the engagement letter. So kama umeambiwa explain, ukipeana that type of a point, then you go deep, una explain the objectives. So you may have some objectives. Go find research. Go do your research. Angalia some of the objectives of auditing financial statements. Kwa sababu pia hiyo inaweza kuwa swali. Ya, unaweza ulizwa some of the objectives of auditing financial statements. So point number 2, management's responsibility regarding the financial statements. Management's responsibility regarding the financial statements. What are the roles of the management towards the financial statements? Yeah? Have they done what they are supposed to do? Ama walikaa tu? So in the engagement letter, lazima pia highlight responsibilities za management. Number 3, the expectations of unrestricted access to whatever records and documentation. So lazima auditor aweze kuexplain ama kusema some of the requirements zenye anahitaji, the documents, na lazima apewe ruhusa ya ku access any document ama any records zenye anaweza fikiria they are very very crucial for his audit. So point number 4, the fact that because of the test nature of the auditing and the inherent limitations of an audit, together with inherent limitations of internal control systems, there is an unavoidable risk that some material misstatements may remain undiscovered. So kama kampuni utataka ku-highlight some of the control systems wameweka, yani mikakati ya ku-control risks, frauds, and etc. So 5, the basis on which audit fees are computed or any other billing arrangements. So lazima highlight remunerations watatoa wapi, auditors fee tatoka wapi. So number 6, a request to the client to confirm the terms of the engagement by acknowledging receipt of the engagement letter. A request to the client to confirm the terms of the engagement by acknowledging receipt of the engagement letter. 7, expectations of receiving from management written confirmation concerning representation made by the auditor in connection with the audit. Expectation of receiving from management written confirmation concerning representations made by the auditor in connection with the audit. So those are some of the contents of engagement letter. Yes, so ukiulizwa some of the content of the engagement letter, uko na about 7 points, but hizo sio tu zenye ziko ndani ya management letter. There are many. Do your research. So examiner anaweza taka 10, mimi nimekupea 7. So 3 utatoa wapi? Do your own research. So question number 2. This touches on ethics of auditors or professional accountants. Ethics of auditors or professional accountants. So explain 4 professional ethics observed by an auditor. Explain 4 professional ethics that are observed by an auditor. So under this, I'll give you 4, but they are not limited to 4. They are many. So go do your research, uongezee zingine 3. So number 1, ethics number 1, integrity. Because our question reads we explain, nita explain tu kidogo, but you can go deep and explain further. So a member should be straightforward, honest, and sincere in his approach to professional work. Integrity, a member should be straightforward, honest, and sincere in his approach to professional work. 2, confidentiality. The Guide to Professional Ethics states that the information acquired in the client where there is public duty to disclose or where there is legal or professional duty to disclose such information. 3. Technical competence. Yes, an auditor must be competent to do that work. So kama he or she is not competent enough, then there is a problem somewhere. So technical competence, a member has duty to carry out his professional work with care and skill and in conformity with the professional ethical standards. Yeah? A member has duty to carry out his professional work with care and skill and in conformity with the professional ethical standards. 4. Professional independence. Always, auditor must be independent. Always, auditor must be independent. So, professional independence. This is a fundamental concept to the accounting profession as a whole. It is essentially an attitude of mind characterized by objectivity and integrity. It is essentially an attitude of mind characterized by objectivity and integrity. So, those are some of the professional ethics an auditor must always observe when conducting his or her audit. So, there are those things. There are those things that can compromise, yeah, his professional ethics. And which are these things? Yeah, vitu zenye zinaweza compromise his professional ethics. So fees, number 1, fees. So it is undesirable for a practice to receive a significant proportion of recurring fee income from one client or group of connected clients. So kama anapewa marupurupu kutoka kwa kampuni ama rafiki wa kampuni ama kampuni yenyewe inampea marupurupu, somehow akifanya audit ya hiyo kampuni, the auditor may be biased. So fee inaweza mfanya akuwe very biased na professional ethics yake ikuwe compromised. 2. Personal and family relationship. Automatically. So kama ni rafiki ama watu wa damu moja, watakaa chini wa agree. There will be no true and fair view of the company financial statements. So itakuwa ni kama kitu ya kuagree tu. C. Beneficial shareholding. So kama yeye ni shareholder wa kampuni, then that auditor cannot audit the company that he holds some of its shares. So you can't audit yourself. In any way, you can't audit yourself. So 4. Practice loan. Practice loan. If the auditor has a loan with that company, pia hiyo ita compromise. Yeah? Anaweza jiondolea hiyo loan. Maybe the company si kampuni ya kupeana loan. So ataiangalia na jicho ya kando. 5. Commission. So auditor must and should never be paid with commissions. Yeah? Ama anapea client commission, that should never happen. Na akifanya hivyo, ana compromise his professional ethics. So 6 or 7, conflict of interest. Yeah? Conflict of interest. Of course hiyo bado itachangia. Kama anatamani sana kukua kwa ile kampuni ama akuwe shareholder ama akuwe kitu kama hiyo, then pia hiyo inaweza compromise his ethical, professional ethics, so or ethical behaviors. So from there I think we can write something small, how to enhance his independence. So pale tulisema ethical standards za auditor moja, must always be independent. How can you enhance his independence? Yeah, unawezaje? So one, rotation of partners. So kama auditor alikuwa na rafiki hapo, ama auditor amekuwa rafiki wa hapo kwa hiyo kampuni, ni vizuri umubadilishe. Ya, ama unabadilisha management ama internal control systems. 2, peer review. This refers to the process through which Institute of Certified Public Accountants establishes a committee to review audit procedures and quality control policies for members while conducting an audit. So 3, enhancing the role of the audit committee. Under this, an audit committee is a committee set up with clearly defined role in setting policies for the awarding of an audit for the audit work to the auditor, and not only recommending the appointment of the auditor each financial year, but also fixing the remuneration. So pale tulisema commission, yeye anafaa kulipwa pesa, remuneration. So 4, having another appropriately qualified and experienced person the firm to review the work performed by the engagement partner and his team. Asifanye kazi peke yake, so pakuwe na mtu mwingine wa kuverify. So yeye anaangalia, mwingine ana verify, ama yeye ana mwingine mwenzake anaangalia, yeye ana verify. That way atakuwa na a lot of independence. So 6, prohibiting undertaking of consulting work for existing audit clients. Prohibiting undertaking of consulting work for existing audit clients. An accounting firm may establish departments, each with its own staff, in respect to audit engagements, consultancy services, tax services, human resource services, and risk management. These staffs responsible for consultancy have no contact with the staff responsible for the audit. So hizo ni vitu mbili tofauti sana. Yeah? Hakuna vile unaweza fanya hizo kazi mbili at once na ni wewe peke yako. So those are some of the ways you can enhance the independence of an auditor. So we shall stop there. Go through that. Also go through the notes. Utilize all the resources that you have. You never know. The question that you go through right now ndio itakuja kesho kwa exam. So do your revision. I wish you all the best. Tupatane hapa next time. Go on subscribing, go on watching, go on liking, comment. Also abia mwenzako. Please. Let's help each other. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.